We were very, very close cousins to the Rebbe and the Rebbetzin, and our whole lives, we basically, to a certain degree, revolved around the Rebbe and the Rebbetzin. And we were zeicher to be able to go to the Rebbe and the Rebbetzin, both in President Street in 770, but after Gimel Talmud, there was no reason personally for me to go to Kranite or be b'chlal with the Chassidus. I'm a Belzer Chossid. So from Gimel Talmud, Tafshani and Daled, there was no kasher really. And then my son, Mendy, was turning 3 years old. This was 3 years later, after Gimel Talmud. And my parents were going away to Florida for vacation. Me and my wife were just discussing, maybe we make the upsharen a few days earlier to accommodate my parents so they can be by the upsharen. And I happened to go to my shviga's house, and I saw on the table a Geras HaKodesh. So I started laughing. I said, okay, I'm going to make a joke. You know, what the Belzer Chossid do? They have a shaila, they put into a Geras HaKodesh. So I remember I took the Geras HaKodesh. I said, okay, I'm doing it. I think maybe I wrote a kvittel, I put it in, I open it up, and I give, I got mama's shot. My shviga said, what's this? So I show her. The Rebbe writes to a Chossid that the same thing, that he has, his son's turning 3. He says, Be'inyan, you're writing to me that your son's turning 3, and Mishpacha is going away on vacation, and you want to make the upshan of, Putek Frir, you should just know by us and Chabad, we do a dafka boy b'yoyim, and that's what you should do. And on the opposite side, another letter, the Rebbe writes to somebody, you used to be very, very close to me, you used to come to me very, very often, of letztens, you stopped coming to me. I'm asking you, please be mechazik in der kirvis and kim to me. So right away I saw, okay, you can't hop up, you can't hack up a shayche. So versteht sich morgen zu früh, als bei der oil. So from damals on, I came home. Das war ein Meister. Another story happened. My daughter was read a shidduch. Very, very, very choshev shidduch. From a Rebbe's azin, choshev shidduch, and I really wanted the shidduch, and the Tzad Sheni wanted the shidduch. Came to the point was we were holding right before the L'chaim, so of course what do? You go to the oil to get a bracha from the Rebbe. So I took my daughter to the oil, then I go into the oil, I daven, and then I come out, I go to the Besmedrash and I take out the Geras HaKodesh. My face turned white, because in the Geras HaKodesh, the Rebbe is saying, it's not the richtige zivig, it's not the right zivig, it's not meant to be, and it's not a shidduch, it's not going to be. And this was like, mamash, it's happening. And my daughter saw, I'm getting like white and nervous, and she goes, what's the matter? I go, no, nothing. I didn't want to tell her what I saw. I said, yeah, it wasn't Negeya. We went home, the next date, the shidduch was off. Whatever reason, no shidduch. So after the shidduch was no more, I told my daughter, you should just know, it's not stam, wasn't the shidduch. Remember that by the oil, the Rebbe, I turned white. The Rebbe, I explained to her, the Rebbe said this is not the shidduch, but the story doesn't end there. A few months go by, and then they read another shidduch, and it's getting very serious. And I told my daughter, you have to get a bracha from the Rebbe, so we go to the oil. And again, I said, take it and Geras HaKodesh. She goes, no. She was very scared. She already had an experience, she didn't want to go through that again. I said, Laila. So she took out the Geras HaKodesh and she opens it up and she gives it to me. This time I gave her a shmeichel, I gave her a smile, because what did the Rebbe say? It was Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov. The zivig zoy le yufazan, the shidduch should be a good shidduch. And the Rebbe writes there, ubefrat, the side the chosen and side the kala, both the chosen and kala, are einiglich from the Alter Rebbe. By me it's a double simcha. Sai, my son-in-law, is an einiglich from the Alter Rebbe. And my family were einiglich from the Alter Rebbe, kama v'kama pom. This whole yisoid here is the relationship between a Rebbe and the Chossid is not really bound by time or place. It's a shaykh's blabt of Eibig.